Hello everyone. I'm going to say something. Can I say something? I'm going to say it. Do you see my ears? They're not normally this red. I just put in these earrings. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And here's the thing. I don't know how many of you will remember this, but when I went to India, I got my ears pierced a bunch of times. They did not last. They did not last. My ears were not doing well. I took them out because I can't deal with that pain, okay? I just can't. I thought I could because it was healing up really, really well. And then it all just went downhill, okay? I think maybe they somehow impacted the piercings I've had since I was a literal child, like a toddler maybe. Because since then, whenever I try to wear earrings, my ears, they don't like it. They're so sensitive. And I'm going to be upset if that lasts forever. So I'm going to try and push through this and hope that my ears don't fall off. But I will say it is very, very uncomfortable. It's not pleasant. Not fun wearing headphones, which I love wearing, and I prefer to in-ear earbuds. They're really uncomfortable, but I'm gonna try and push through it because I don't want my ears to become wimps. I love earrings. One of my favorite, if not my favorite jewelry category of jewelry is earrings. So if I can't wear earrings, I'm gonna be pissed. I love earrings. I'm gonna be pissed if I can't wear earrings. Can't have multiple piercings, that's fine. I will stick to one piercing. It hurts. It does, but
fly so fast. Beautiful. Udari snai.
Yeah, my legs bought. Man, just see. Now my eyes are.
I told my mom about my earrings situation. She said it's normal if you haven't worn earrings in a bit. But I've gone periods of time without wearing earrings and my ears have never reacted like this rather. So I really don't know. I'm gonna take her word for it. They are feeling better. I think they're getting used to it, so I'm hoping it is just that. Because imagine me suddenly being allergic to literally every single earring ever. I'll be pissed. Today is a weird day. First of all, I woke up at 8:30 and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep because I went to sleep at 2:30 in the morning. Went back to sleep, fully conked out until 12:30 p.m. And I don't even care because I didn't get any weird freaky dreams. But now for the rest of the day, it is now 2:58. I've been doing nothing. I've been feeling like I don't really want to do anything. I have a pile of laundry I need to put away. Check this out. Yeah, a pile of laundry I need to put away. But I really just don't feel like doing anything today. It's one of those days. I look good right now, though. Okay, I've decided I need to go ahead and get a move on, or else I will end up doing nothing for the rest of the day. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. Put these clothes away. That's neat. Lovely, beautiful, wonderful, awesome, gorgeous. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I was not feeling good today. I felt fine this morning. I thought it was gonna be a good, decent day. And then it turned out to be one of those days where the second someone tried to talk to me, I was going to burst into tears. Because the alternative would be yelling at them to shut up and not bother me and leave me alone, which they don't deserve because they haven't done anything to me to make me angry or upset or just in this weird mood where I don't want anybody to even perceive me. So the alternative to the alternative is bursting out into tears, which I don't want to do, because then it's like, why are you crying? What did I do? It is like, I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm feeling like this, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was just one of those days where I didn't want anyone talking to me. I didn't want anyone looking at me. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to look at anyone. I didn't want anyone around me. I just wanted to be alone. Which is weird. I feel like I don't often get those days where I just feel like I'm going to burst into tears or rage the second someone talks to me. And I wonder why that is, and I really hope I'm not alone. But a little bit I hope I'm alone, because it doesn't seem like it's a good thing. But I hope I'm not alone, because no one likes to be alone in things that they don't feel comfortable with, you know what I mean? And now I just feel sick. Like I'm going to be sick. Like literally I feel like throwing up. I feel like I rested well. I felt well rested, but maybe my body didn't like that, because the sleep schedule was still weird. Anyway, I'm going to read now, because I've been looking forward to this the entire weekend, which is awesome. Isn't it awesome? It's so freaking awesome, because I was in a reading slump and now I'm not. Who doesn't love being out of a reading slump? Over Mother's Day weekend, I asked my family for donations, shirts, tops that they're no longer going to wear, and these are the t-shirts and tops that they gave to me, and I will do a haul of it one day, which is why I'm keeping them out here so I don't forget any of them until I do the haul. Floor time for everyone, yay! I'm sure there are other people who do this, but do you ever take pictures of your skin? Like, because it doesn't look good, or you don't, like, you're like trying to get skin progress pictures basically, and then after a while you go back and look at it and you're like, actually this wasn't so bad at all. Like, what was I doing? Because now it actually is worse. And then it's like an endless cycle where like, oh, it wasn't so bad back then. Oh, it wasn't so bad back then. I feel crazy. It wasn't so bad back then. But then it's progressively getting worse. That's why it doesn't look like it was bad back then. Does that make sense? And because I just went through my camera roll and deleted like hundreds of pictures over the course of March and April that I took over the course of March and April of my skin, being like, oh, it doesn't look that bad now that I'm looking back at it, but at the moment it looked bad. And right now my skin looks bad in certain lighting. I feel crazy talking about it because it doesn't pick up on camera, but it's because I just have so many closed comedones on my forehead and around my face that shows up only in very specific lighting, which I avoid obviously because I don't like it. I feel insecure about it. But I take so many pictures and it's like, I'm just going to look back at it next week and be like, oh, it's actually worse now? Question mark? What is going on? But it's getting better at the same time, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I'd be like, maybe I should just stop taking skin progress pics. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to look back and see if this is working or not. Like, the skincare routines that I'm trying, the products that I'm trying are working or not. My beloved cardboard, sweet cardboard tasting cereal. I love it so much. My favorite. Well, one of my favorites. This might sound stupid, but I've recently been thinking a lot about how the people you grow up with grow up right in front of you and you don't even realize. I was thinking back to high school and I was like, I wonder how different my friends looked in senior year versus freshman year, and how the change just happened and I didn't notice because it was so gradual, but at the same time it seemed so fast. And it's just been bothering me endlessly for no reason, and it's just a stupid thing to be bothered by, but I finally managed to get into words a little bit. The world changed and everyone around me grew up in front of my eyes, but I'm still that girl thinking everything will stay the same. I'm 15, 16, 17, and I'm 13 and 14, wondering where all the time went and if I would go back if I could, and what would I do differently? Would I drink in the faces of my peers some more, knowing I won't see them again and will be forgotten myself? Nothing changed until it did all at once, and I can't seem to do anything. Not let go, not move on, not forget all the little things that didn't and don't matter. I wonder how I am remembered, if at all, by all the people I wonder about, who have all grown up while I seem unable to. How familiar are the faces I haven't seen in years? How familiar the friends I haven't talked with either? How different am I, and how familiar? Have we all changed so much that we can't talk any longer? It just feels a little disconnected. You know? It's like you go to school with the same people for 12, 13 years, depending, you know? And then suddenly you just don't see them anymore. You go from seeing them 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to maybe not even remembering their name, their faces. I know that's just life, that's part of growing up, etc., but it's been really bugging me for the past few days. More than not seeing them after being exposed to them for so long, is, wow, we all grew up and we didn't even realize it. Okay, check it out. This is a top I made by cutting up a dress a few years ago. It's cropped, not hemmed, because never put me in that situation. I don't know how to hem. Anyway, these sleeves are a little bit itchy. Not the most professional looking. Let me update you on the ears situation. They're not acting up anymore. They're fine. They're normal. So I guess my mom was right. And it is just that I haven't worn earrings in a bit and my ears were not happy with that. Nor were they happy with the intrusion. Which is annoying because, like I mentioned, this has never happened before until last year. It's okay. Counting my blessings, I'm just grateful I can still wear earrings. Thank you. Other than that, I think this week is going to be one of those where I'm irritated with everyone for no reason. I like being not in a reading slump because then it's like when I read. If you know, you know. Because if I'm in a reading slump, I just feel awful about reading even one page because I'm usually forcing myself to do it and I'm not even enjoying it. But when I'm not in a reading slump, all I want to do is read, and it's just the funnest thing ever because I love reading. I love it so much. I love it. I love getting sucked into a book and just wanting to read it every single second of the day, being so excited to read it, being like, I can't wait until the next chance I have to actually sit down and read. I love that feeling. So I try to bask in it. Bask. I think it's bask. I still haven't looked up how to pronounce that word. For someone who loves to use that word, I have no interest in looking up how to actually say it. Okay, I love to bask in that feeling. Both ways sound right. Okay, whatever. This is what happens when you learn vocabulary through reading. You just don't know how to pronounce words. Anyway, I love to bask in that feeling. I think it's bask. Could be bask, but I think it's bask. But it could be bask. I think it's bask. Bask sounds more correct. Anyway, chapter 18. I feel rested this morning, but last night I was actually restless. I kept waking up, you know, but then I fell back almost immediately, which is something I'm grateful for because sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I just can't go back to sleep because my mind starts going crazy. It starts running like nobody's business. And then I just can't sleep. I work myself into a state of paranoia. Yeah. So I would take a restless night of sleep where I can actually fall back asleep immediately over the alternative, which I just explained to you, duh. Earlier this week, I got a mosquito bite, literally right there. Do you see that bump? That was a mosquito bite. It still itches. If I acknowledge it, it itches. It's one of those mosquito bites. It's like pretty much almost healed, but if I acknowledge it, then it starts itching like it's getting paid to itch. Annoying. Very, very uncool. First mosquito bite of the season. Maybe it wasn't even a mosquito bite. Maybe it was just a random bug and I'm blaming the mosquitoes. I don't care. I'm gonna keep blaming the mosquitoes. Those... the worst. My co-star message for today is, you can't have what you want unless you believe that it's possible for you to have it. Thank you. Okay. A couple of videos ago, I was talking about how I was just feeling so hopeless and lost and unsure of what to do with a situation that had come up in my life that I can't tell you about because it's something I have to draw a boundary with. But what happened today, I received such good news today that completely counterbalanced that. Like, it canceled it out, basically. Only a little bit. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I wanted to cry this morning because I felt so relieved and happy. It was a hopeless feeling that I didn't know what to do with because there was nothing I could have done. It was out of my hands. It worked itself out, and I'm really grateful for that. I really am. And we'll see if it continues because it was just like one of 3 steps. This probably sounds so uninteresting because here's the thing, when I watch YouTube videos and people are going on and on and on about, oh my gosh, there's something so exciting, but I can't talk to you about it, I get so pissed off that it makes me lose interest. Just the weight that's lifted off my shoulders right now. It is genuinely something I can't share, though, not because it's, oh my gosh, so exciting. I feel so light right now. I could cry. My siblings and I are gonna go to a festival fair type situation later, and I want to wear this skirt. And I don't know how to style it. I'm thinking, hold on, give me a second. I'm thinking maybe this top. Black on black always goes well, but will the shape of it work with that? This will be an option I'll keep out here. Otherwise, my plan was my Snoopy t-shirt. You can't go really wrong with a t-shirt, so. Anyway, I'm going to decide that. I'm gonna snoop around in this a little bit more. So, that is it for this video. Hello? Why can I never prop you up? I'm struggling. Hello, I'm struggling. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is all for this video. So if you watched this far, thank you so much. I really, really freaking appreciate you. But I will see you all next time. Be kind, be smart, and stay safe, everyone. Bye.